human forms, stars, spearheads, fern stalks, lizards, serpents, mortars. The division of classes in Ifugao is manifested not through slavery, not through the blatant subordination of the lower class, but through the designs of their clothing. Only the wealthy class of Ifugao is licensed to wear these kinds of weave. Philip Lakbawan, an indigenous knowledge expert from the town of Hongduan, is in the company of two members of the wealthy class. He expounds on their complete ensemble of clothing and accessories.
So this one here is made out of sheng, imported long time ago from Indonesia. And this was used before as a medium of exchange. It's like money. And usually, a complete one is 42 pieces, including the big one. This is what we call the giduttu, or the nobility belt. This is tied to the scabbard, and this is the double-bladed weapon. We call it the hinalong. These are only used during the time when there is what we call the bumaya, or a festival. But ordinarily, when they go to the forest to cut trees for firewood or for making houses, they do not use this one. They remove it and they use an ordinary string. This one here is the nobility blanket, which we call it the bayaong. This is what we call the kango, or the horn beer. This one here is like the crown of England. This is our crown. So if you have attained the stature of being the rich man, then you wear this one.
The wealthy class of Ifugao is called the Kadangyan, and to this day they remain the romantic symbol of generosity and authority, respected throughout the ages.
As far as our income level is concerned, that means you can afford to conduct fiesta, which we call bumaya.
The bumaya is a feast that marks important events in the life of an Ifugao. Marriage, a good harvest, even the graduation of a son or daughter from a university. It involves the slaughter of carabaos and pigs that would be enough to feed hundreds of well-wishers.
That's why we do not make mansions in Ifugao, because it's better to eat than to make mansions.
Ifugao men wear the traditional garb during a bumaya and in other special occasions, but they rarely use it at home, on the streets, or at work. In comparison, the women continue to wear the ampuyo, or skirt, every day. The color of the cloth tells about the wearer's domicile. In the districts of Kiangan and Asipulo, weavers put in more strips of deep blue and black to contrast the red. The Mayoyaw Ifugao, meanwhile, were fascinated with rainbows, and has since created skirts and G-strings with predominantly blue and rainbow hues. The people of Hongduan and Banawe, said to be the oldest stock of the terracing people in Ifugao, wear pieces of red and black stripes of equal width. Red is an important color for the Ifugao. On a clear day, an observant visitor would not fail to see red shrubs dotting the rice terraces. This is the dungla, a ritual plant known in ordinary circles as the fortune plant, believed to prevent lightning from striking the fields and to ward off evil spirits. The Ifugao believe that spirits fear red, hence to create a blanket of protection against misfortune. Red, by tradition, dominates the weaver's looms.